This is the Gordon Green of the famous Green Line. It is the only remaining packet steamer to ply the Ohio River. In the summer, it makes regular trips between Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. These boats are built on traditional lines that have not altered through the years. There is the boiler deck, the cabin deck, a Texas deck, and the hurricane deck, or top of the boat. These boats can carry many carloads of cargo, all of which is still handled by manpower, just as it was in the days of Mark Twain. No loading machinery is employed by rivermen. The roustabouts reign supreme in this capacity. The roustabouts are mostly colored men who are hired by the boat's mate for the trip. They are a hard-working, carefree lot that love Old Man River and his traditions. Various deck sports and activities are enjoyed by the passengers during the voyage. One of these is the game shuffleboard, which is always a favorite on boats, whether they be river, lake, or ocean vessels. When one travels by rail or auto, the landscape slips rapidly past. But there is a leisurely tempo to river travel that is a refreshing change. The river provides scenery which is never to be seen on large lakes or the oceans. Quite frequently, a beautiful moon lights up the river, producing the grandest scenery in the world. The traditional game of the river is the one we find on the boiler deck. A circle is formed by the roustabouts, and a little polka dot square of bone comes into action. It is an old game once enjoyed by the mighty Caesars, but no matter by whom it is played, there is bound to be someone who wishes he had saved his money to buy shoes for the baby. The dining room or saloon, with its ornate chandeliers, mirrors, panels, and white paint, is what Mark Twain described as a glorified tunnel. The tables are removable, and when they are cleared away, the saloon provides a recreation room. Meals aboard river steamers have behind them a long tradition for excellence. There are several excursion boats now operating on the Ohio River. A steamboat trip on the Ohio affords a vacation that is both different and restful. Unlike either a lake or ocean voyage, the river journey never places one beyond sight of land. Every curve is a new vista. The only remaining scheduled steamboat trips to be had in the United States are those on the Ohio River between Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. 36 dams have been built across the Ohio to hold the water at a constant depth suitable for navigation by steamboats. To pass these dams, the boats are taken through locks. These are long concrete compartments into which the water can be admitted or from which it may be pumped. Boats going upstream enter the empty compartment or lock, and then the gate is closed and sufficient water is pumped in to make the boat float to the upper level of the river. In going downstream, the process is reversed. These locks are maintained by the United States Army engineers. Sometimes a towboat has so many barges that it is necessary to divide the line in half and take each half through separately. It is delays such as this which lengthen the traveling time of riverboats, since only one large boat can pass a lock at one time. River steamers can arrange no definite schedules of arrival and departure at points other than the terminals of the trip. This is due to the fact that the depth of the river and fog affect the time element. If the river is deep, then the dams are thrown open, and the boats do not need to use the locks. The Ohio River is one of the few streams in the world that is navigable by large boats from its source to its mouth. It is formed by the confluence of the Allegheny and Monongahela rivers at Pittsburgh and flows a distance of 500